friends. Ndeni. You will follow your friends and get, I think this is basically like the only English one she used to say. You will follow your friends and get to the river bank. Friends, you will not know that they have another attire that they wear. When you get to the river, they will change into their attire. Cross with them, you can't cross because you do not have the attire. Go back where you're coming from is too far. By that time, they cross and they say, bye, and they go. What have you become? Onyefurefu.
Oh my God.
Go forward, mba. Come back, mba. You are lost.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Had an amazing time over the last couple of weeks talking about proverbs, local proverbs, prayers, and parables from our parents and grandparents. And it's been exciting for me. It's been very interesting, the things that I have learned and seen. And I mean, some of the proverbs that I've picked up along the way. Interestingly, a lot of people send me more proverbs, and it's just really been interesting. And it shows what a rich culture we have, as Africans and as Nigerians. And if we would just look inward, I believe that we would all be better for it. So today I have Minister Ogo back with me because last time she was here, she had so many proverbs that even while I was signing off, she was still dropping a proverb, and I knew that I had to bring her back. I absolutely had to bring her back. So she's here today. Yay! Thank you, Ogo.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you so much for coming back. So we're going to get straight into it because I don't want us to waste too much time. Today, I want to focus a bit on some of the prayers that our parents used to say. Funny thing is that some of those prayers are so, at the time when they're saying those prayers, we're laughing. Yeah, but now that I've grown older, I find them to be very deep. One of the when DJ was here, we talked a bit about some of the prayers my grandmother used to say. So she would say things like, God no go let person where I cut soap for bath pass me. Or she would say things like, God do not allow us enter the road the day the road is hungry.
Oh, yes,
or
my mom used to say that.
So things like prayers like that, they seemed funny.
My foot will not be found outside. She used to say it in Igbo that on the day of evil, may I not be seen outside.
So you see, those prayers at the time, funny enough, I used to find them really funny. When my grandmother was praying, I was fascinated. I'm not sure I prayed with her. I was fascinated, totally fascinated by, the prayers. Because I was like, who talks like this? Who is this? Like, she was such a storyteller, so in her mind, So it was so rich, rich. So I want to talk about some of those prayers today. Okay. Interestingly, they are prayers, but half the time they sound like proverbs.
Proverbs, yes.
Yeah. So let's see if we can. Let me see if I can find a few, and okay. I'm trusting God that there will be some more that you will come up with. So when I say those prayers, let me see whether we can work together to help people understand what the prayer actually means. Okay. So there's this one that, and the truth is, some of these prayers, I can say them in English, but I feel like we lose some of the depth.
Essence, yes.
Yeah, some of the essence. So I'm going to stick to saying it in Pidgin. I'm really sorry, and I apologize to those who don't really understand Nigerian Pidgin. Just permit us. When we go back to mentoring sessions, I'm going to go back to speaking
English.
Even that one, self, it didn't really used to
help like that.
Sometimes.
To fall out.
Okay. So first one here that I want to go with is when the problem of life comes.
May come for money. When the problem of life comes, let it come in the morning. My mother-in-law prayed that prayer for me when I just got married, and I was very upset. First of all, why it is a problem will come? Why are you praying that problem comes?
But now,
you see what the way I'm holding on to that prayer.
Yeah, and the thing is, from this prayer now and from what you just said, they say that what an elder will see sitting down, a young person will never see, even if you climb the tallest Iroko tree.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
So when she was praying that prayer for you,
I
felt
was very
like,
upset. What's wrong with this
now,
woman? She said, he said, my pikin. So when the problem of marriage go come, may he meet you for morning. He not meet you for evening. If he pass morning, make he come for afternoon. God no go let her meet you for evening.
I'm still saying men
But
now.
true, as in now,
I'm
even
still
me, I'm
saying
saying
amen.
amen, because the truth of the matter is, in the morning of your marriage, you still get power now.
Yes,
You can weather
you get
anything. As in,
energy,
your love is
yes.
still very strong for your bubble, so you
Yes.
can. In the afternoon, children, the love for your children will keep you. You will stay. In
But
the
in the
evening,
evening,
oh,
we are
you are not
done.
get power. You're spent. Nothing is there again.
Okay. Okay, so that's very deep, very
Yes.
deep prayer. There's another one that we hear people say a lot. God no go let me dey inside water so go enter my eye.
You can't be in the place of abundance and you be
And
the only
solution.
one. Yes, and solution, and you don't have it, and you can't. It's a
Yes.
bad thing.
Yes. So it's
something
actually
is
a
bad.
very deep prayer.
Yes, it's deep.
It just doesn't
Very-
seem like it was
yeah,
very
but
deep.
it's very deep. Okay, so you can't be in water. Say, make I not dey for water, make soap enter my eye. So you can't be in the place of abundance
And
or
solution,
yes,
actually.
and solution, you know, and you're not part of it. If no English not sweet, this
Talk am
thing,
for pidgin
make
now.
we talk am for pidgin. So I no go dey where plenty things dey, only me na I no go get the solution, or that I have access to solution
will not even know.
knowledge, and I don't know it. Na bad thing.
You know, that's like
very bad thing.
that's like when Jacob, he said when Jacob had that dream, he said, so I was even at the stairway to heaven, I didn't know.
I'm sure you would have gone to heaven. I'm sure you would have followed them.
Yeah, he said,
Where
I
be this
didn't
place
know.
where did they go?
So I think, so it's a prayer of awareness. Like,
Yes.
God, don't ever let me be in a place where my solution
Solution
is,
and
I don't recognize it. It's a very deep prayer.
You not recognize your
because
helpers, you don't recognize.
because the solution to soap in your eye is water. So how can you be in water, in swimming pool, and soap is entering your eye? So it's a deep prayer of awareness. And sometimes those prayers, like I said, they may sound funny and people are like, what's that? But they're very deep and very intentional.
Yes,
They're not even prayers that people said randomly, intentional. Okay. So there's another one. The water where you go drink, make you know.
May not pass me for river. Oh. Water when I go drink may not pass me for river. Oh, my brother. That opportunity will not pass you by. My mother-in-law prayed that prayer for me too.
Your mother-in-law prayed a lot of prayers for you.
She throws, the prayer, she just drop it, say, water when you go drink now will kuku pass you for river. Say amen, no. Amen, no. My husband also has that mentality that if it's mine, it will come to me. But I don't know. It will come, but my star, sometimes you go take up to go fetch her.
Yes, but at least make it no pass
may not pass you.
Because now when it pass,
yes, so that you recognize the opportunity. So you go
when
collect, make you know say that your own make collect.
Yeah. So funny enough, all these prayers too, I think are still prayers of awareness.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. That's amazing. There's another one that I hear people say, make a no sharp knife for person may take and kill me.
May take and kill me. I cannot help you, will not be my downfall.
That's a deep prayer.
I can't show you the way and you will not be my downfall. I will not help you up. Then as you stand for there, you go press me down.
So it's also a case of God don't allow betrayal. Don't allow me experience betrayal.
And the worst part of the worst kind of betrayal is the ones
that
your people, the ones that you have helped.
But isn't that what makes it betrayal?
Person
when you not go betray you,
not go pay you too much now. You want I just help you and you betray too pay too
Would
much.
you really call that betrayal? Because because I think betrayal is that I put my trust in someone.
It's deep.
Okay. So
it's like I'm giving somebody your secret. Your life is in that person's hand.
Yes,
all your life history, the person has it.
But I also think that it also covers, person where I sharpen knife for. So I helped you. Yeah. So it's not just about that we're close, or it's the fact that I've helped you. I've helped you, and then that thing I helped you with, you turn around and use it to harm me or use it against me. Yes. Okay. So do you have any more prayers, or should we go into Proverbs? Because I feel like...
Oh, God. Okay, so I had one in my head and it just because they're just...
There are many.
Yes, when they're jamming like that, it's Maybe I'll remember one along
As
the
well,
way.
yes. Okay, as we're going on. Okay, so I know that there's this. You know, you talk a lot about your dad, especially when we're doing our morning walks and all that. So you talk a lot about your dad, and I remember that you said your dad's greatest proverb. I think no, it wasn't just no. Tell us that story because I think it was when you were going to school.
Yes.
So tell us that story and tell us the proverb.
Okay, so my dad is a very quiet one. Doesn't talk, takes his time. My mother is the fireball in the house. So for all of us, when I was going to school, one of the things he said to me was, don't ever ask someone to help you do what you know you can do for yourself. He said that to me. So he maybe it was out of fear. So he said, if you're going out of your room, let's say you're taking your tea and you're stepping and someone calls you out, he said, carry your tea. Don't go out. Don't drop your tea and go out and come back and say, I'll drink it later. He said, carry your tea. This world is wicked. And I said, when he met that first time, he said, the best servant of a man is himself. Yes. That's he says it to he says it to us. Like, you need to be diligent. Do the work yourself. Walk the walk. So he said the best servant of the man, the greatest servant of a man is himself.
Interestingly, my mom used to say that. No, it's my dad, interestingly, not my mom. My dad that used to say that a lot. So when, it's a proverb in my language that literally means the mouth you are using to tell someone to shout, you would have shouted. So in other words, the thing you're asking someone to do, the effort you are using to tell that person to do it, you would have just done it. So if I say, oh God, please help me shout. The mouth I used to say, yes, the energy I used to tell you, oh gosh, call. I could have just turned and used that same effort to call someone else. So literally, the greatest servant of a man is himself. You can rely on yourself to do. And if you want to get anything done,
yes, really, like
you are the best person.
The way you are the one that knows how you want it to be done.
You are the best person to do it. Yes. Now, there's a proverb that we're talking about a few minutes before we came on that says that a goat that is owned by a community dies of hunger. Because we feel like house A has fed and house B has fed. You're supposed not eat now. It's block C that is supposed to feed the goats today. It's their turn to feed the goat. So that way, my mother used it for us when she had to share the chores in the house. Now said today, who is washing plate today? So I washed yesterday. I washed day before yesterday. Now be said they're not share this work. Hold on. Yeah, because a goat that belongs to everybody. So literally means that, or interpreted means that if it's nobody's responsibility, or rather if it's everybody's responsibility, then it's nobody's responsibility. So then people must take personal responsibility for things. Yeah. So the last one before I let you go. This one is more of a question, and I'm going to throw it to you in English. I'm hoping you're going to throw it back in Igbo, and then you're going to explain it. So I'm going to throw it not in I'm going to throw it in pidgin. Okay. We never wash beans. Why moi this smell? So
not give us the question. Okay,
it's an expression.
Wash beans. This smell. So asabe beans in fact, I'm up at the beans. So you don't even know if that beans is for boiling or for akara or for boiling.
How is moi now smelling? We haven't brought out the beans.
Yes, like.
Okay, so please explain that. I'm going to let you explain that, and then we're going to.
So I think this scenario it comes up, when, let's say, how do I put it now? I'm trying to think of the best.
I think that it's almost similar to something my mom used to say when we were growing up, and she said a lot to my younger sister. She would say, meaning
if I
you say are you among do you understand? So I feel like it's a case of we've not even problem never arrive. Why they scatter body? Like the issue has not even we've not even started on the matter. Why are you projecting? I
think that there was a time I used it recently. So I had these people I was talking to, and I think they were about to get married, and they were ready. I said, we have not started this journey. You have already behaving like this. My sister,
exactly.
Calm down. You can't do like that, And I don't know. So there's another proverb that my dad said to me when I think I was in university. So he says it like one at the beginning of the session. He will not say one thing to you. So he said, But I think at that point he knew that guys who had already started coming to visit the house. That was after that episode, that particular episode.
Do we want to share that episode?
No, man. It's embarrassing. After that episode, so my father came back and he said, oh God, I know you are growing, but I want to say something to you. Men are good, men are good. It's your father. Men are bad, it's your father. Until today, he did not interpret it. So
oh
by
my
myself,
God, are you serious?
I just realized that. See, you are the one that decides what you choose. So you want to get the good one, you choose the good part of that.
I don't think so. I think let me see if I can try to interpret that. I would think that what he meant was your experiences with men are formed by what you have encountered with your dad. Right. So your dad really forms how you see men.
Yes.
So that's what he says. So it's a case of what the things you've seen from me is what determines whether a man is good or a man is bad.
Yes. So,
okay.
So you don't go out there.
Men are good. Is your father.
Men are bad.
Why can't you just
say it straight? No. I don't.
Your mother's bride price.
And it will now go. Or my mother will say, when you're trying to do something, she'll not say, So if you quickly lick up these fingers, where will you hang it?
Why are we hanging the fingers, mommy?
Like, I said to my friend, she says, it's not your own. The hand is your own. The finger is your own. So if you quickly lick it up, where will you hang it?
Oh, God.
When my sister wanted to leave from primary 4 to primary 2, JS1. So she was like, she said, So if you quickly lick up these fingers, where will you hang it? So where are you going in this? Like, why are you in a hurry?
There's no hurry in
So
life.
just say it, mommy, just say it now. Why? There's no hurry, say that.
But you see, like we said, the most important thing about Proverbs is that they give you sense. They make you think. Okay. Thank you, Ogo. I had a great time with you. Thank you so much for coming back and sharing with us. Okay, guys, that's it this week for Proverbs, prayers, and parables from our parents and grandparents. See you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Sounds great. Come. No, this is no. Right.
Local Proverbs, take 1.
Rolling.
In 3, 2, 1, and action.
Hi everyone, welcome back.